What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 111 of my Total Warhammer 3 Boris Ursus and Zanaviev campaign. So as we saw last time, Boris has taken Nangao, and we are now nearing the northern edge of the map, getting closer. In fact, we've essentially built a road from the Mountains of Morn through the Cathayan Desert up to the Great Bastion. I suppose Boris saw the Ivory Road here and decided, I'm gonna build my own Ivory Road with blackjack and bears, and well, we've succeeded. So now we just need to take the rest of the territories belonging to Tzeentch here, and then take the Great Bastion and start moving back this way, where currently Alexandra Kristina is about to attack Zerulus, though unfortunately not this turn. Where in fact is the Volary? So this is the capital of the faction, but I do believe they have quite a lot of territories moving here, so even if we take the Volary, it's not going to be that helpful in destroying the faction. We'll have to take out a lot more before we do. I suspect that Khorne will be the last faction that remains alive here, though it does remain to be seen. And oh, I didn't see this. The Fortress of the Damned. There is another Legion of Chaos settlement all the way back there. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I thought that they just had Doomkeep and... Wait, let's just see. They have 3 settlements. Wait. They don't have Black Gulch anymore. They have Doomkeep. And this is not theirs. Oh, so they have another one somewhere where we can't see. Might have been a settlement that got traded to one of the other factions. That does mean these guys will remain alive, unfortunately, even after Doomkeep is destroyed. Damn. I gotta say, it's a little bit unfortunate. Oh well, what can you do? Anyway, as promised last time, we've done everything that needs to be done before going to next turn, as in everybody's made their moves. Beledna the Defender might get attacked here by all these armies. I'm hoping that she does, but if she doesn't, we're gonna move to Doomkeep with the help of Serena Catrin right after. So, let's skip the rest of this, and let's see what they've got. Go. Alright, come on. Go after Beledna. No, they wussed out. They didn't go after Beledna. Cowards. Absolute cowards. They have quite the number of units here, so they should at least give it a try. Also, speaking of... Yeah, they're just keeping away from Uragni, aren't they? Like, how are you... Okay, this is the AI cheating. This is absolutely the AI cheating. You see how it's keeping its army at the very max range of where our own army can reach? That is, yeah, the AI loves to do that. It shouldn't be doing that because it technically shouldn't be seeing Uragni's army because it's an ambush. And the ambush didn't fail that time either. You disappoint me. Oh well. Let's have you, Assassin, try to go after Viditas. What's the chance to succeed here, incidentally? 94%. Okay, so if you've somehow managed to fail this... Okay, good. I think he had zero negative chance, but you know, I wouldn't have been surprised if he still somehow failed. Also, we had that stack, but aha, there he is. Where are you going, Pinchai? And where are you going, dearie? Oh, I can't seem to catch him. Man, we're gonna be chasing after him forever, aren't we? And we even activated Purge the Steppes, but he's in March stance. He'll probably go here where we can't reach him. Maybe one of our allies can attack him. No, but I think the demons move before our allies do. And the annoying thing is, I don't think our agents, as in any kind of agents that we have, can actually slow armies down. We don't have slow army, or block army rather, which is, in this particular situation, extremely irritating. Anyway, colonize Beyblades for us, please. And there we go, and then move out to Ice Drake Fjord next. Let's also upgrade Beyblades while we're here. Not that we have growth for it, but, you know, that'll be fixed once we have the Doomkeep. So yeah, this is an annoyance, because I wonder... If we take the Tower of Crack, and thereby badly maul our own army via the colonization, will Pinchai then be brave enough to attack us? I don't know. He might be moving around to take Black Gulch. Ugh, you know what? We gotta try it. Let's move Svetlana here, colonize it. Most of our army is gone, so hopefully he's like, oh wow, free attack. I'll use my greater demons to deal with this. Maybe. I don't know. But, you know, we've successfully baited enemies before, so I'm just gonna hope that it works out this time. Let's see what we've got here. Serena Katerin. You need to be able to reach the Doom Keep. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of corruption in these territories, so we're gonna need to move this way. And oh no, I did not realize Skarbrand was here. Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. I wonder if he can hit Monolith of Catan from here. And this army is still hurt, and he's got quite a nice army. Oh my. Okay, well this should be interesting if we get into the fight. In fact, now I'm wondering whether we have Beledna stand here still. You know what? Yeah, just keep standing here for now. Hopefully that means these guys can't essentially leave Doomkeep while Beledna watches over them. I hope that that's the way that the AI is interpreting this situation. You move out here because we need to keep an eye on Skarbrand. If you had been over there before, we would have known that he was there. Urogny, I want you to go after Ekrak Flesh Ripper. He's going to move away, but hopefully not so far away that it'll... Oh, okay, well, free auto-resolve. Don't bother fighting this because it's too garbage of a force, and we'll heal up just in case we need to fight next turn because I don't think we can heal in this territory right now. Yeah, move into March stance and get ready to get back to the Altar of Spawns, although the other army can't reach us. Good. I'm glad that we managed to take that one. Lovely, and then you... Oh, you don't need to... Huh. We already collect quite a lot of income here, don't we? You know what? You're gonna go into Purge the Steppes. To slow this guy down in case we need to, well, actually chase after him. We'll see how that works out. I really want to catch Darius, damn it. That one unit is so annoying. What can you do? Missile for Ice Guard, Fightiness, and Steely's Tech and Research. Neither one of these are going to be particularly useful for us. Just go for Assassin for now, I guess, because we've got most of our good techs. You have Fighter, Infantry, and I guess Battle as well. Alrighty. And oh, wait, Dodge disappeared. I hope it didn't disappear last time and I might have missed it. Invoke it again. That cost 800 devotion at the stage to get a dodge up, but, well, we gotta get it, because it's 6,000 gold per turn. It's essentially the cost of a full stack. New assassin, move up here, and oh, looky. A new little rogue army has spawned in the middle of our territory. I do wish that that couldn't happen, as in, I do find it annoying that rogue armies can just randomly spawn inside your territory. But what can you do? Alrighty, Vladimir. Move up to Tai-Tsu here, hopefully before... Oh no. Don't tell me you're gonna take it right before we get the province. Where are these guys going? Yeah, wherever it is, I don't appreciate it. You try to kill Changeal. Unlikely that you'll succeed, but give it a try. Failure. Yeah. Could have expected that one, which I did. Whoa, what the heck is going on here? Kiarl Shieldbreaker appears to have spawned a bunch of little mini armies. I've never seen that happen before. This is so weird. Well, fortunately Nangao can defend itself. Boris, would you be able to reach this guy? You would. You'd be able to force all of this into a cinematic battle. Oh, glorious. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. Let's do the admin, and then we'll do the fight here. Also, let's just build up what we can. You need a market. As well as, well, a bunch of stuff, so just, we'll wait on that. Market, church. We get that corruption going. As in gone. Gone. You still haven't taken Hanyu Port, of course you haven't. Why would I assume that you could? And, we're probably gonna get a rebellion here. The corruption is dropping, but extremely slowly, probably because Changeal is here, but we can't do anything about him right now. Beledna, stay where you are. Alexander Castina, oh, damn. Terratus has arrived, which means, rather than fighting him immediately, I'm gonna put you into ambush stance right here. And we're gonna hope that he goes after Granite Spikes instead. In fact, speaking of Granite Spikes, let's, wall you up, and oh. We've actually... the corruption is gone, so we don't actually need this here. Delete that. And you know what, keep this for now, just in case we start getting Tzeentch corruption around here, but yeah, I don't think we need that now. You can switch then to Awaken the Land. Hero Recruit Rank +2, Corruption -7. Yeah, I think we're safe to Awaken the Land now. Collect income, it ain't much, but it's honest work. Alright, looking good. Then, Serena Katrin, you know what you're doing. Marat Fedosov, keep destroying the orcs as you go. And then help out with all this nonsense once the orcs are done for. Auto-resolve. Alright, every turn you get an auto-resolve now, and hopefully we can keep ahead of the of our allies here from taking stuff. Just take this stuff, you bunch of idiots. I really don't like this faction. I once again just kind of regret not killing them, but now we have a military alliance. Plus, I did want their outpost to be fair, because there's a few things that I want to get in here. Hey, a free seed of rebirth, nice pickup. Units replenished by 29%. Why? Why? What the heck? Is it because it's a camp? Huh. Next time we kill a camp, I gotta take a look at that. That's very strange. I don't recall seeing that before. Also, you don't need this item because you might die. You're just a temporary army. Staying in camp stance. Wait, is this place corrupted? Yeah, it is. Stay in our territory, we'll move up out. Next. Speaking of next, who else needs to go? Assassins. You've moved. Next assassin. You succeeded last turn, so you're gonna stay here. And next assassin, you did not. Anybody for you to catch? You, You know what? Stay right here. We need you to keep an eye on what's going on back here. Ooh, wait, Mines of Nan, Yang, are you gonna get attacked by this? Maybe. But even if you do, I think you're safe. Yeah, unless it's a full stack, I think we're okay. So ignore that. Tech Thief is dead, or wounded at the very least. Next Tech Thief, keep an eye out on Foul Fortress. And go for Assassinate. Good. Yeah, we need to send another army out here, but not while Doomkeep is alive. Once Doomkeep falls, we can send Serena Katrin to pick stuff up here, or Beledna the Defender, doesn't really matter. But until Doomkeep is dead, we can't afford to, because these guys will just move in every direction. Because they can get way too many armies for the amount of settlements that they have. Oh, cheating AI. You and your ways. Hello. Pinforks, we can't reach you. What do you got in this army, by the way? 3 Lords of Change, Soul Grinders, some Flamers. If you're moving towards us, I do wonder if you'd be able to reach us next turn. You know what? Move you here. Let's hope that he moves forward. And oh, we can't heal here? The Navy is not in hostile waters. The Navy is in contested waters, which should mean we're healing. The water is contested between us and the enemy. That's actually weird. I feel like we should be healing. I guess not. I guess then the enemy shouldn't be healing here as well, not that they are trying to, mind you. Alrighty, well, Svetlana Harashko, keep an eye on this. Next up, who do we have here? Aritsto, you're supposed to be in ambush, so you're good as you are, and I believe that's it other than Boris. Alright, well, then, if we're good, time for a nice cinematic battle against the Norscans. Exciting times, haven't seen one of these in ages. Well, let's see what the Norscans got then. We'll suffer attrition next turn because we're here, but what can you do? There we go, and we draw them all in. It's not much of an army, but hey, they do have 2 war mammoths. No war shrines, unfortunately. No skin wolves, but you know, it should be a fun to watch battle, even if it doesn't look like it's going to be a difficult one. Go.
Our lives matter not. Think only of your glorious motherland.
Well, we're a long way from home, but yes, think of the glorious motherland. Maybe we can fill Cathay with snow by invoking by invoking the motherland. I gotta say, I'm really excited about this battle. For once, an enemy army that actually feels like an army, you know, not just like 8 bloodthirsters and 4 soul grinders, but an actual army full of lots and lots of enemy troops. Of course, the vast majority of the enemy are coming in as reinforcements, but we will we'll still delete this first portion as much as we can. Boris going to move up close to the enemy and dare them to charge towards him while we set up a nice little battle line of our war sleds here, once again daring the enemy to come close. Of course, their basic troops are far too slow to catch the war sleds, so there probably wouldn't be too much point in trying, but hey, why not? There we go. Just like shooting Norscans in a field, apparently, because that's what we're doing. I couldn't think of a fish in a barrel equivalent for Norsca. Oh damn, yeah, quite a lot of those marauders being brought down with every shot here. It was actually shockingly effective. And moving forward a little bit, let's see how the enemy morale is faring here. Wow, they've actually taken quite a lot of damage from our war sleds alone without even committing the rest of our army, although our little groms are firing. Damn. Those 2 shots from the little groms followed by a Frost Maiden's Kiss for those Norscans, reminding them of the cold of the north. Maybe they can appreciate that. We're trying to help them here, of course. Alrighty, and it looks like this first basic portion of the enemy army is done for. I think the little Groms actually killed the enemy lord as well. Now we are going to give chase a little bit with our war sleds, though there's no need for Boris to bother, as the main enemy host has arrived. We're going to pick one of the enemy what's the elephants and mammoths to target with our little Groms, while Boris is going to be targeting the other one, looking for a bit of a duel if we can get to him, while we are going to chase down this escaping army with our war sleds, just maintaining enough distance from the enemy while we break these units apart. I mean, I wouldn't mind too much, I suppose, if they actually came back, but well, it's better policy to actually chase them off, isn't it? Huh, can you move up here? I don't know. Damn, they looked like they were about to. I guess we'll find out later on, I'm not sure. Alrighty, and they're just gonna charge into the few remaining units. Boris has found himself a new friend, the War Mammoth, that he will be dueling, but considering that Boris has been killing enemy legendary lords in one-on-ones just fine, I don't imagine the Mammoth is going to be providing too much of a challenge. And oh, unlike we saw early game, this is an actual War Mammoth as opposed to a Feral Mammoth. It's got all that armor. And you gotta love the armor on the mammoths. Alrighty, well, Boris, you're gonna take care of that. The mammoth is already wavering and has lost half its HP, whereas Boris has taken no damage, and he still has infinite uses of St. Anishka's Fingerbone, if he should so desire. Now, our Zargard are gonna charge in as well. They don't get a lot of work generally, because our Warbear Riders do most of the work, so it'll be nice to see them fight some Norscans as well. And definitely harkening back to the early portions of the campaign with this battle, and it's putting a smile on my face, I gotta say. Some axes flying overhead. Our Warbear Riders moving in to help out the Zargard, but the rest moving around to go after the enemy ranged units, as well as to flank the enemy. The other War Shrine, that's not a War Shrine, just a War Mammoth, has moved in to try to help its troops as well, but the Warbear Riders should be able to destroy it just fine. And it looks like this second army is in very bad shape already. Their center already nearly broken, and granted, we're fighting primarily giant piles of marauders. The only thing they have going for them is numbers, and not really anything else. I believe Boris has, yeah, he's basically killed that War Mammoth, who we could then finish with our war sleds if we desired to do so, while the other one's going to get hit by our little Groms. The rest of our army is now... Oh, damn, I wish I could zoom in a little bit more. The rest of our army is just going to continue charging through this while our Warbear Riders try to run down any enemy units that escape, while the third army, the last reinforcements, are moving onto the field and are going to try to attack us through the woods. We actually couldn't see them through the woods, or I couldn't see them through the woods when I was playing, so I was like, wait, where the heck is the third army? But there we go. They've suddenly appeared. It looks like a lot of Norscans, but it ain't that threatening. In fact, it really isn't threatening at all, but it is fun. Here they come, and we are going to have to countercharge them as soon as possible. So while our army is chasing down their friends, we are going to reposition shortly. Boris is somewhere nearby, and he should be able to go after the enemy lord, who is granted only level 1 and is also not very much of a threat. That main army looks to be either shattered or broken, generally speaking, so we can at the very least not be so worried about it. Our war sleds actually look like they've managed to kill a brand new unit of marauders despite accidentally trapping themselves here. What are you doing with your skirmish mode? I really don't understand skirmish mode. Sometimes it works fairly decently, and sometimes they just randomly run into the enemy like this. I have a feeling that when there's enemies to like 2 different sides of a skirmishing unit, the unit just doesn't know how to behave. It tries to run from one, it tries to run from the other, and it's just like, nope, I don't know what to do. I'm done. I'd rather just lie down and die. Alrighty, well, we're out of there with manual control, and it looks like our Zargard as well as our Warbear Riders have arrived with Boris to lead them, and the Norscans really don't have a prayer here. But they do have a bear, as in a bear, you know, mauling their face. Alrighty, a Heart of Winter going down. We haven't really been focused on getting a lot of spell work in this particular battle, mostly because we didn't need it, and it was enjoyable watching the Zargard go to work, but on the other hand, when we use all these spells, can't really see anything because of the effects. And damn, those enemies really got slowed down when we used the Ice Sheet plus Frostbite plus the Heart of Winter all at the same time. I have a feeling that with a few more debuffs and like poison or something like that, we might be able to get enemies to just basically stop. Which would be quite nice. Anyway, unfortunately with that, all good things must come to an end, and the battle is over. Very, very much in our favor, with our losses extremely minimal at less than 20 units, whereas the enemy have lost their 3.3k. Obviously, a bunch of them are going to escape because we just don't have the troop capacity to chase them all down. And, well, on the other hand, we do have Warbear Riders, which can chase, and we do have all of our War Sleds, which can chase as well. And, oh, my question has been answered. We can indeed go up here. And yeah, I've been very, very impressed with how well War Sleds chase. And I know I've said this before, but I'm surprised. They seem to be better than Cav in general at chasing down. And yeah, I understand that it's because they can shoot and run at the same time. And plus, I think they also have splash damage ability as well, but damn, they're good at chasing. It certainly makes me want to put them in every army. And the reason I keep mentioning the war sleds like this is because I generally don't like chariot units, mostly because, well, they require a little bit too much babysitting. And I like to get distracted and watch things happen rather than constantly babysit individual units, which is, you know, it doesn't say anything about chariot units being bad, more so much about me not having the attention span to deal with them. But I've really, really loved the war sleds in the Kislev roster. They're quite fun, and they're quite effective as well. Anyway, decisive victory, unsurprisingly. Let's see how many of the enemy units survived and how many we can or have to chase down. What a fun battle. I mean, these are absolutely the types of battles that I miss from the earlier portion of the game. I mean, just cutting through massive numbers of enemy units. I would love to fight another, like, 3 stacks of these guys, like full stacks at the same time. Once again, just because something isn't difficult in terms of the fight doesn't mean it isn't really, really fun to play or to watch. It's about fun after all. Now, we're gonna heal up this time because we are in corrupted territory and we'll probably get attacked. I'm actually a little bit concerned that Korin is going to attack Mines of Nanyang and then is going to get followed by Adik here. Though I guess we'll see. They could absolutely attack. I guess it remains to be seen what they do. They are technically at war with these guys, so maybe he'll go after Cristallo instead of us, which I would really prefer in this situation. Boris, you could go into March stance, but where the heck would you go? In fact, what we should also probably be looking towards doing is taking Snake Gate and, well, I mean Bastion in general, which makes me think we want to get another temporary lord up and running, as in a, just to capture stuff. The only thing is, if we were to move you directly into Snake Gate, these guys would immediately probably attack it before it could actually heal up. You know what? I think what we need to do is... let's get... doesn't really matter. Leadership on unknown territory. Master Zeglov. I'm gonna get you up and running, and we're gonna give you just some basic Kossars. Let's say... I don't know. Doesn't really matter how many, because they're all gonna get deleted anyway. Or we could just make a full stack. You know what? Screw it. Just make a full stack. Because once we colonize, they'll all be at 20% HP, so we should at least have enough to guard Snake Gate, or at least, you know, turn them into a single unit. This is, of course, going to cost us an insane amount of money, considering every single army is doing so via supply lines, but hopefully it'll be worth our time. Now, other than Boris, I think we did everything with regards to moving our lords and heroes around. We just need to build up some stuff. Gash Kadrak, you've got something going. Let's get Gorger Rock upgraded. We'll leave Eagle Eries to last, as it is less likely that it gets attacked, I think. Though I suppose they could still come through the ice caverns of Imerdrak. Anyway, and do this, we technically don't need the power of the church anymore, so switch yourself to Awaken the Land, upgrade Gorger Rock, and let us also build diamonds here, or gem mine. Like so. Alrighty. Eventually all these places will be making cash for us. And let's just take a quick look at Bone Road as well. And Corn Corruption will be gone shortly. But otherwise we built everything that needs to be built. Alrighty, Ice Pass. Let's upgrade you now. Looking good. Nordland. Wait, actually, Ice Pass, go back to it for 1 second. No, I just wanted to double check whether we had any tavern buildings there, which we do not. And I believe that's the last thing that we needed to build. Alright, wait, let's just double check one thing. You are making no money, but you're collecting income, but that's, I think, fine in this particular case. Black Blood Pass, you're good as well. And all the other ones that aren't collecting income are fine as well. Okay, I'm happy with that. Which I guess means we end another turn. And ooh, is this the last of the territories belonging to this faction? Yes, indeed it is. And they're not even willing to peace out. Treaty of a Share. You guys want a potential non-aggression pact. The only thing is, if we non-aggress with them, and then again, what's the likelihood that they actually attack us? We're too powerful for them to try to declare war on us, right? The AI wouldn't act that suicidally, would it? I'm kidding, it of course would. It absolutely freaking would. Alrighty, well, let's just skip the rest of this, and let's see what happens with Boris, and potentially, or perhaps even more importantly, whether these guys decide to attack here. Or the ambush with Alexandra Castina. There's lots of potential for battles here. And looks like Skarbrand wants to play, and he's got a pretty damn decent army in tow. Looks like he bypassed Urogny. He doesn't want any part of that anymore. He is going after easier prey, as in the Tsarina, but we do have a very big ranged advantage, even more so perhaps than Urogny's army, even if we don't have Urogny to duel Skarbrand. I guess Skarbrand himself is going to be the biggest problem here, so we'll try to shoot him down. We'll see how that works out. Obviously, cinematically, go.
I will not brook cowardice, hesitation, or failure. Fight until your last breath!
Alrighty, well, last time Skarbrand faced off against Uragni and his army, and this time he's going to be facing off against a much more ranged focus army. Now granted, Zarina Katrin isn't too bad of a fighter. 96 armor, 64 and 61 melee attack and melee defense, and 520 weapon strength. Certainly nothing to write home about, but certainly better than your regular Ice Witch Lord, especially now that she has damage that is around her due to the Ice Queen's mirror. So she can still do damage, but of course she can't fight Skarbrand in single combat like Uragni or Boris might be able to. Once again, the enemy is going to start by summoning a bunch of Bloodletters on us, but we are going to try to counter this immediately with both a cast of Hailstorm, as well as our Snow Leopards, as well as our heroes. I've actually decided to this time keep our Snow Leopards as well as each Frost Maiden to guard the flanks and the rear of the Ice Guard units, and once again prevent them from getting hit by those Bloodletters. Otherwise, contrary to what I usually do, I put all the Ice Guard in blocky little small formations all close together so that we could apply our Gust of True Flight to as many of them as possible at once, essentially, and we'll have them dish out more damage that way. Normally this would be more dangerous because of the enemy potential for getting a few casts off and just killing a bunch of them, or summoning those Bloodletters in the middle of them, but I think in this particular situation we should counter that pretty well. Alrighty, well, it looks like the first, oh my lord, that's a lot of Frost Shard arrows. Yeah, so the first of the enemy Bloodthirsters has arrived. Looks like Skarbrand has sent in a Scout Bloodthirster. It's kind of like a Scout Baneblade. It exists. I'm kidding. The Scout Baneblade does not exist. He's actually taken, what, 2 volleys and has dropped by about 60% HP, and now we're a little bit more in fire at will, but yeah, considering that took about, what, 10 seconds maybe at slowdown speed, that's pretty good, and the first of the Bloodthirsters rather, falls to the ground. Skarbrand, once again, is on the ground himself, and I don't know why, but the AI tends to do this a lot, and just runs at the enemy. It is, however, going to send in 3 Bloodthirsters, and I do think that this is a good idea on the AI's part, from the side rather than pushing them up the center. If they had gone up the center, they would have gotten ripped apart by our Ice Guard, but here they have the potential to avoid most of the Ice Guard while they're either focused on Skarbrand or while they're focused on something else. To counter that, I tried to make sure that our Elemental Bear is summoned here, and with the hopes that some of these guys would land here, but if not, we're going to move a few of our Ice Guard to try to go after these guys. Also going to summon a few of our Snow Leopards to go after in this direction as well. We're going to find out whether 3 or is it 4? It looks like 3 units of Ice Guard are sufficient to kill a couple Bloodthirsters from the air. Let's see what the damage is thus far. Looks like 1 of them at least will die. 3 units of Ice Guard will be able to blow it up, or at the very least get it so badly hurt that it isn't going to have much of a chance by the time it reaches our lines. The other one looks like it's actually focused on the second Elemental Bear, and this is not a summoned one. This is the other one that's actually tanking. While 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units of Ice Guard are now focusing Skarbrand, who is stuck in Ice Sheet as well as the Frostbite, and only moving at 21 movement speed, so very, very slow there. And he's suffering quite a lot of damage already and is dropping to about half HP. Look at all those Ice Shards. Summoning a Snow Leopard to distract him for a few seconds, but it's just like a blizzard just concentrated in your face. Just like sending the entire blizzard through like a snow blower and at somebody, and down goes Skarbrand. About 10 seconds of shots once again from a massive pile of Ice Guard, and no dice. Unfortunate for him, as he didn't even get a proper melee, and he just looks shocked and confused at the whole situation. He thought that by avoiding Uragni, he could actually get into a proper fight, but no dice. No dice for you, buddy. Alrighty, well, let's check back on what's going on over here. One of the first of the Bloodthirsters has died, and we've retargeted a different one who's at about lower than half HP and should be done shortly. Other units are going to target the Other one, it looks like 3 units per, and then the rest are going to target different warriors of Khorne and other such infantry. Over on this side, there were, I believe, 2 units of Gorebeast chariots, this one and this one, which we were countering with our non-summoned snow leopards, which generally speaking do pretty good against these type of units. Of course, we can't have them get surrounded by the exalted bloodletters, so we're going to have to run the heck away from here before they get surrounded. I might have noticed this a little bit too late, but they should be getting out of there shortly. Hopefully. Yeah, okay, good. Good, good. It looks like the other Bloodthirster is done for, and the enemy infantry that's coming up is in pretty bad shape as well. The other Gorebeasts are trying to move through the woods to sneakily hit our flanks, but another Snow Leopard plus our Frost Maiden is going to cut them off and will hopefully destroy them. Otherwise, the enemy army has not reached our battle lines yet and is absolutely getting ripped apart by those, well, blizzards to the faces once again. And all the Bloodthirsters are dead, and Skarbrand is dead. The Warriors of Khorne drop in droves here. Damn, this army is obnoxious. It's reasonably fun to watch this one as infantry against infantry, but imagine like this army versus like a high elf or a wood elf army just shooting arrows at each other. I would honestly find that to be pretty boring, but at least by virtue of asymmetrical gameplay that the different types of armies offer in Total Warhammer, or just in Warhammer in general, it does allow us to see this sort of glorious thing. Anyway, looks like the Gorebeast chariots are just about done, and no enemy has been able to reach our lines whatsoever. All destroyed. Our elemental bears also stood the test of time and did not allow any enemies to break through. Beautiful. Well done, Serena Catherine. This was an absolute slaughter. Though not one I think that Khorne would approve of very much. Way too much focus on range fire. And all those Khorne worshippers couldn't even get into a fight. Alrighty, one Gorebeast chariot left here, and I believe the other one was completely destroyed by the Snow Leopards as well. Yeah, I'm very happy with the way the Snow Leopards have been going against the chariots in general, but also Cav. The units has grown on me. I only originally put them in this army because of A, variety, and B, because Serena Catherine gives them stock and buffs them up slightly. I wouldn't have bothered otherwise. I would have just gone for more little Groms or possibly more elemental bears or war bear riders. All of those are probably better units, quote unquote. Though, of course, they are more expensive, but it felt wrong not to have snow leopards in the Ice Queen's army. Plus, as we can clearly see, they're pretty damn decent at chasing units down and killing them. I'm just going to chase the last of these units down and make sure that Skarbrand's army doesn't come back. I think we might have gotten every single unit on the field this time as well. Granted, most of them died as they tried to run up to our Ice Guard army, but yeah, well done to the pile of Ice Guard. And once again, when we're not fighting Tzeentch or Nurgle, and when we're not worried about a massive amount of magic just breaking our army apart, and the ability to keep our army close together like this just comes in so handy, and the ability to get that massive plus accuracy and range bonus via Gust of True Flight on like half our army, really great. Anyway, close victory apparently? No, let's look at the reward. You're lying, auto-resolve. It's just ammo. Alright, should Skarbrand be embarrassed about that? I don't know. All I know is that his Bloodthirsters barely did anything, and in fact his entire army barely did anything. 3 losses and basically no damage whatsoever, certainly showing us the power of Iceguard Doomstacks. Why am I not using all armies that are nothing but Iceguard Doomstacks? Because it would be too easy and no variety and boring. Not the way I like to do things, but damn, that was pretty ridiculous. Sorry, Skarbrand. You probably could have used some more cav, although I was pretty impressed with the snow leopards this time around. Quite useful at obliterating chariots. I do like the unit as a counter chariot, and I'm glad that they actually got to show off for once. As usual, the tank bears did well the tanking, but honestly, most of the army didn't even reach our battle lines, so it wouldn't have really mattered what they did. We could heal up. Or we could take money. You know what? Considering we're losing a little bit of money now, so we might as well take some. I mean, it's not like we're negative, but we just built a couple new lords to take stuff. Got a standard of the empty step, and by take stuff I mean colonize. Got that weapon strength increase for Tsarina Katerin. Ambush foiled, unfortunately. Kurgan warband destroyed, don't care. Tower of Crack sieged by Pinchai. Yes, the bait did in fact work. You, my friend, are screwed. The army may not be strong, but it's certainly strong enough to kill you. Ah, I love it. I was only half expecting that to work, and I'm very, very glad it did. I'm also expecting an absolutely epic battle in the next couple of episodes as these guys are almost ready to be attacked. We could move the Legend of the Defender close to Tsarina Katerin. What's the corruption here? It's still 100%. Damn. That's a little bit unfortunate. Anyway, either way, corruption or not, we unfortunately have to call this episode as we are out of time. Plus, it was an epic destruction of Skarbrand there. I'm still laughing about it. Next time, we will hopefully move into Doomkeep if we can manage to do so. No guarantee about that, of course, but we will give it a try. Otherwise, there's still plenty of stuff to do. Potential battle for Svetlana Horoshko here against Pinforks, which will mean our Cav army can finally do some work. Then we have potential for... Oh, what the heck are you doing here? Okay, it's just a caravan. I was thinking they were going to steal our territories from us. We might be able to destroy the ogres, though I guess that remains to be seen. And then there's still plenty of stuff to do up north here. Cathay, remainder of the orcs, the beginning of the attack on the Tzeentchian territories. Lots of fun to be had. Stay tuned for more Boris and Bears. All glory to the algorithm.
Ursus himself.
And thanks for watching.